Okay, now we're taking the whole juicy vibe to another level today because I'm in a mood to talk dirty, and trust me, you would love it. So if you want something nasty, then give this video a thumbs up and let's mess things up tonight. Alright? Are you ready? Are you ready? My name is Juicy Jane, in case you didn't know, and I come with a lot of juice. Only juicy topics is what I do here. So let's get right into that nutty mood, shall we? Now, if you haven't in your whole sexual life ever gotten wild enough to talk dirty while you're doing the do with your partner, oh, that is plain wrong. That is plain right wrong. You've been doing it the wrong way. You've been on the wrong side. You are wrong on all levels. Do you know what element you have been putting out in your bedroom? Do you know how spicy things can get in a matter of seconds? Real quick. No, let me walk you in on what real dirty talk can be and can do in your bedroom, alright? Dirty talking allows you to safely explore your deepest, darkest desires, and according to research, there is a good chance that your partner is craving for it, but you just don't know it. You're craving for it so badly, but you're not doing it. You're not doing it because you're shy or because you don't know how to do it. I can beat my chest and tell you that 93% of women have fantasized about their partners talking dirty to them, and 56% fantasize about it so often. So let's get it on, guys. Let's get it on, because I'm going to be showing you or helping you find your way with words. Are you ready? But first, how do you know if your partner is into dirty talk? Because whenever you're unsure of what your partner is into sexually, just go ahead and ask them. It's as easy, it's as simple as ABC, all right? There are no hard or fast rule to it. So rather than just attempting to throw in dirty talk, I would advise that you lead with consent. Find out what you're comfortable with. You just don't want to use the biatch word and get sued for it, all right? Some people are very sensitive. Some people have trigger words. All right, so have a conversation before making love about likes, dislikes, turn on, turn offs, and even triggering names or phrases. This is so important, especially if you're just casually hooking up with anyone. Don't go saying yes, oh yes, hit me real hard with a hammer like a big dog that you are. Nah, if you are with a man and he's not into that kind of nasty, please, he's just going to be turned off by it. So you just want to sit down and find out what their trigger words are. So the next time you're going to be together, you could ask, hey, out of curiosity, how do you feel about dirty talk? If they're of course into it, you could ask, what would you like to hear me call you? What would you like to hear me say? What would you like to hear me do? Are there words that you're not comfortable with? Let me know. Because to be honest, some words or phrases might be out of bounds for you or your partner, and it's both of your jobs to know what they are. They might say, oh, when my partner calls me a biatch, it's not really a turn on for me. Instead, I would love for them to call me slut. Do you get what I mean? So dirty words for body parts are also worth discussing, but then again, there is nothing inherently wrong with any of them, but some people have strong reactions towards them being mentioned, all right? Now, also note that some people may just be into light dirty talk. They don't like it so deep, so nasty, they don't want all of that. And others might just like it a little bit raunchy. All right, so be sure to know your partner's boundaries before saying something in bed that could potentially turn the mood sour. All right, you don't want to be in the middle of it and you say something that triggers them and they're just sad and not in the mood at all. And then again, you could also ease into dirty talking with sextings, all right? In this way, you could gauge your partner's reaction virtually instead of face-to-face, because it's so much easier to have someone say something isn't their thing over text than through midway while you're doing your lovemaking. So you could start by describing a scene, and remember that what you're texting about doesn't necessarily reflect what you're really doing in the moment. You could be saying, oh, you're without your clothes, you're without your dress, you're out of your dress, when you're actually reading a book in a pajamas. Do you get what I mean? Or you could say, guess what I'm wearing right now in bed? Oops, I'm naked. And so soaking wet. You could try some of these promptings and, see if she likes it. For the men, you could start by describing what you're wearing. Like, I'm in a suit and tie and I look all put together, but just for now. All right, just for now, I'm looking all put together, but for now, all right? Or you could say I'm taking off my belt and thinking about you and how I want to dip my joystick in your juicy jar. Or how I would love to feel your hand stroke my joystick and whip your cream with it. How would you love that, baby, huh? Would you love that? Would you love to touch me? Or you could say I'm in that shirt that you like, the blue one. I'm rock hard, as rock as Kilimanjaro. I could feel my body about to bust out if it doesn't feel the warmth of your paradise, mommy. I need to be close to you right now. You even go as far as describing what you're doing at the moment. Like, I'm lying in bed with nothing on, with no clothes. I'm touching myself. I am so rock solid for you right now. Just thinking about you. Then you put it further by describing what you want to do later. Like, I want to strip you as soon as I see you. I want to bend you over my desk when you get here and drive through your wetness. I want to throw you on my bed and have my way with you. I want to tie you all up to my bedpost and sit on your face with my balls deep in your mouth and have you gag on them, gag on them. Oh, it's pretty hot in here, is it? Now, another way to start talking dirty is to describe your senses. What are you feeling? What are you smelling? What are you sensing? What are you hearing in that moment that you're with your partner? Like, I like how you taste them there. You're soaking wet, mommy. I might just lick all of that juice up. Your kitty feels so incredible against my hard, solid joystick. You can even go as far as, do you like how I fill you up? Do you like it? Then you can spank her to get reactions. You can spank her to get answered. Tell me now, speak to me. I want to hear how you feel. Talk to me, call my name. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? And for how she looks tonight, if you're doing it tonight, you could say, oh my goodness, I love your breasts. You look so unbelievably sexy right now. I can't wait to lay my tongues on them and flick them all over. You can say, your kitty smells like heaven. I could stay here all night. Mommy, you taste so damn sweet. I could eat you for every meal. I love hearing the sound of your voice. I love hearing the sound of your ass slapping against me while I bang you. Do you like how I bang you real hard? What do you want me to do to you, baby? Talk to me. Tell me, do you like it hard? Do you like it soft? I want to feel how wet you are. I'll be a good little girl and spread them legs wide so that I can slide my cock inside your juicy jar. If you're in an office and you're about to come to work, you can even send her a text and say, I can't even wait to see your lips wrap around my joystick. All of those things will just get the experience wild and crazy. Do you understand? It will make it a lot more sexier. And then again, you also need to know that dirty talk can get really kinky really fast, and that's why it's a good idea to practice aftercare. Essentially, any routine that helps everyone feel safe and cared for after any sexual experience or any sexual interaction is very good. So make sure to check in with your partner after lovemaking to see how they're processing and feeling about your dirty talk session, because sometimes you can get really carried away and you might have said some things very heavily that they wouldn't really like. All right, so if it got really heavy and heavily verbal, then you would want to make sure to check on your partner's feelings, just so that you make sure that your partner is feeling heard, because big emotions can arise, especially for those that enjoy consensually degrading verbal play. Aftercare is essentially to keep the consent, the communication, and the boundaries in line for everyone. All right, you want to make sure that you're not hurting anyone's feeling or you didn't hurt anyone's feeling. Now, you also need to know how your partner's brain play on dirty talk, even though the psychology of dirty talk hasn't yet received a turn of studies. But some studies have reported that dirty talk can fire up, that hypothalamus, which, if you can still remember in your biology classes, hypothalamus is that region of the brain that influences sexual behavior. And of course, whether people had fantasies about being called nasty names while in the act, it's been found out that about 40% of women had fantasized about being called a demeaning name during lovemaking. Now, another part of explanation is the fact that demeaning words or demeaning names, or wanting to be called demeaning names, is a form of masochism. And masochism is the act of deriving pleasure from pain. But we're not talking about that, because that's like the extreme. I love pleasure, I keep on saying this, that lovemaking is all about pleasure and not pain, all right? So I wouldn't like to go the route of deriving pain from being called demeaning names. That's not exciting for me. But yeah, I hope this video helps you get it on in the bedroom tonight. All right? So be that baddie in the bedroom. Until next hot and steamy episode, stay blessed. Watch my ads every time it comes on, all right?